We talked about it in the pregame as well. Kirk Cousins, do you pay him, do you not?
Right there.
There was blood in the water. The Cowboys were a wounded team coming in, and I'm talking about not just physically, but emotionally. As a quarterback
and mentally.
As a quarterback coming in like this, and you shred that defense based on what I saw last week against the Los Angeles Chargers.
Yeah,
oh my God!
But I mean, he was putting some balls right on the hands of some of his receivers in the first quarter. There was a drop pass in the first series. They got
interception.
Washington was ahead of the game in terms of field position battle until that Jamison Crowder punt return.
I agree. I agree with everything that you are saying. But as a quarterback, when those things are happening, you go to your wide receivers. You don't shake them. You pat them and let them know you have confidence, and let them know I'm coming back to you.
Yeah,
he does that. What a
by the way, this tape.
We talked about it in the pregame as well.
You're a crackhead.
You pat them and let them know you have confidence, and let them know I'm coming back to you.
He does that.
And I was standing on the sideline. I was waiting for that to happen.
He's a great teammate.
I never saw him go by his wide receivers.
Oh, shut up.
And give them a vote of confidence of what we are going to do.
Based off what he's saying, and you want that leadership, I'm going to say it right now. That probably cost them between $10 and $20 million.
Pause it for 1 second. Pause it for 1 second.
He's an idiot.
Do you understand that
He's an idiot.
The root of all of this analysis
I don't even know what he said.
He said Bettine.
These guys, all three of those guys, even though they made a lot of money in their careers, they're insanely jealous over the fact that Kirk is going to make the crazy money that he's going to make. Of course. That's where it all stems from. Of course.
I know.
Who's that, Steve Smith?
Bettine Cleaves is a good. He was a good point guard for Michigan State.
Nicholas Bettine.
Based off what he's saying, and you want that leadership, I'm going to say it right now. That probably cost them between $10 and $20 million off that contract. He showed he's not a true leader that demands that kind of money.
You got to win. Right. You got to win these games right here.
Well, and that's interesting because we talked about it, and as he talked about, he said, "Haven't you guys seen enough over the last few years in that building in D.C.?"
Yeah,
but these kinds of games. These kinds of games.
He was right. He was right.
These are the kind of games they've seen.
No, he was right. We have seen enough.
Yes.
You are right. We've seen enough.
I don't know. I think you guys are being a little unfair about Kirk Cousins right now.
Rich, I'm with you.
Oh, stop it.
Oh,
stop
You're on
it.
both sides.
I appreciate you, Kirk.
You're on both sides.
So
Kirk is only going to make $5 million a year.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's going to cost him $20
How about that game last night didn't cost him a dime.
No, Bettine,
it didn't cost him
5 and 10.
It didn't cost Bettine anything.
At least Eisen did. Well, Eisen was speaking.
Because
he actually watches other games. Well, he's the voice of reason.
Well,
he said, "What about the ball?"
Three public idiots.
Steve Smith Sr. is awful.
They're players, and most players are stupid. We already determined half the Redskins are stupid.
Yeah.
He's stupid. All three of them are stupid.
He played to the end.
Hold on a second. He put a ball right on Crowder's hands in the first. Should have been 7 points. Instead, it was an interception. And then they're starting to play the field position game again that they were able to win. And then there was a ball put on the turf in the punt return. Another one was put on Dotson's hands.
You can talk about all of that.
He made that play before the end of the first half that kept him in the game.
Kirk played well. Kirk was playing well.
But you remember I told you last week he threw Crowder into a headache. So Crowder he was remembering, hey, you set me up last time, so now I'm not going to I think you may be doing that again. So that's what I'm telling you what's going on.
Didn't Crowder go for 7 and 141 and a touchdown last week?
Seriously.
What are they talking
NFL
about?
Network should get rid of Steve Smith.
What are they doing? He threw him into a headache.
So that's the reason he dropped it.
He was going to get crushed, and I get it. A lot of times you see alligator arms in the NFL. That wasn't an alligator arm situation, but when they see a linebacker for the hit.
I'm sure it was part of it.
And so
I'm sure it was part of it.
But it still has to be caught. He's a professional wide receiver.
Kirk doesn't design the plays. That's not Kirk's design to have Crowder go take that angle.
Of course not.
So how is he throwing him into a headache? That's dumb. Steve Smith Sr. is an idiot.
Well, actually, Kirk, with his eyes, our guy can call in and talk about his eyes. Move the linebacker. Vic to call in. No, he moved the linebacker because they talked about it on the broadcast. He looked to the right first.
Right.
Linebacker turned his head, and then he immediately went to that slant.
That should be a touchdown.
Right. It should be 6 points.
But why is Steve Smith Sr. blaming Kirk?
Because he says he doesn't throw the ball low. Yeah. You'll hear. That's his reasoning.
Well, Crowder's 5'2".
It's low.
It's hard to throw. He can throw to his feet.
interception, and we've sat in meeting rooms in the red zone as a quarterback. That ball got to be low. That ball got to be on him. Right. You cannot throw a ball high.
Protect the receiver.
They tell that to rookie quarterbacks.
As short as that field has gotten, pain is right around the corner.
You are just giddy.
So but
you've been all over Kirk Cousins for weeks.
I'm not on Kirk now. I'm not over Kirk, but now I will say this. Yes. I will say on some of the sacks and some of the fumbles, he has to protect the ball there. But I'm with you on those interceptions. A lot of them went off the other guy's hands, and I put that on the receiver.
There you go.
Finally, Irvin chimes in with something.
That one was on Crowder, and the other one was tipped at the line.
The game was over.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Dumb.
All right, well, yeah, it was tipped. It's on Kirk, but the game was over.